Hi, in this video we are going to talk about simple markup. This is really important because it's one of the things that retailers use most often. So it's really important to understand the concepts behind it and how to do these simple problems because they would definitely happen on a daily basis. Okay, so simply, if we are thinking about retail, the cost that a retailer charges a customer, it is just adding the cost plus the markup. So in this first problem, we can see that the cost is $25 and the markup is $15. And so all we need to do to find the retail is simply add 25 plus 15 equals $40. So the retail for that item would be $40. The next one, if the cost to the retailer is $100 and they plan a markup of $35, then the retail would simply be $135. Okay, the next thing we can do is we can also look at this formula and kind of change it to find other things. So if I want to find the markup, all I need to do now is to subtract cost from retail. So if my retail is $135 and my cost is $78, then the markup for this specific item must be $57. And if my retail is $27 and my cost is $18, then my markup must be $9. Okay, so the next thing we can do is we can also change the formula around again to find the cost. So here, if I want to find the cost, all I need to do is to subtract the markup from the retail. So here, if my retail is $14 and my markup is $5.50, then that means that my cost must be $8.50. Okay, and on this one, my retail is $19.99 and my markup is $7.99, so my cost is $12. Okay, and out of all of these things, the one that I think is probably the very most important and the one that I definitely used on a daily basis every single day when I was a buyer was how to find markup percent. So markup percent is a function of retail. Some companies will look at markup percent as a function of cost, but generally retailers look at markup as a function of retail. So all it is you take the dollar markup divided by the retail, and the way I like to look at the formula is retail minus cost divided by retail equals markup, because markup, again, what we just did was that retail minus cost. So all I'm going to do is retail minus cost, and then I always divide by retail, and this will give me the percentage of markup. Okay, so if I wanted to do it in a two-step process, it would look something like this. So my first step, if my retail was $50 and my cost was $39, then I'm going to find my dollar markup, and my dollar markup is $11. My markup percent, step 2, in order to find markup percent, I just needed to divide by retail. So my retail was $50 and I am going to get 22%. Now note that on your calculator you will get 0.22 and you have to just move the decimal 2 to make it into a percentage, okay? So generally what I do when I write this out is I would do 1780 minus 1260 divided by 1780. If you are doing these on Excel, you must put parentheses around the top to tell Excel to subtract first. So 1780 minus 1260 divided by 1780, and I just put the whole thing into my calculator at once, is 29.2%. And then down here, 1200 is my retail minus 585 cost divided by retail of 1200, and this markup is 51.3%. And that is very simply how you do markup, which you will use every day.